Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to VanillaTV, where we have the second map going live in just a bit. Players are just getting ready, just joining up on the server, and as you guys can probably see, there's about 9 people on blue. And Crackline very simply saying, "It's our blue. We played blue on the first map, quarantine, go back to red," and that's what they're doing. Fair play coming out of them. It's obviously going to make our job a little bit easier as well, Byte. And,
Indeed, yep.
Obviously, because you'd like to, Byte, I'm going to ask you who was the MVP for that map for you.
Good one. It's gonna be between Ips and Puo. I think Ips had a good game. He went to go in and pick his picks. I think Puo had a good game. If only he was backed up, his team would have maybe won that map just. I do actually have some stats with you, so I'm gonna give it to Puo, but Ips played really well as well. But I do actually have the logs for this, and Fuo had the most kills with 29, and had very similar damage to Brego, 10,128 to 10,703 of what Brego got. And in terms of damage for the rest, the only two that really didn't shine for Quarantine was Lime and Koeitje, with 5,613 and 5,441, as opposed to on Crackland, all of them were above 6,000. And TviQ almost on 8,000. So, and in terms of healing, Kritzonite did just a tad more than Admirable and had more Ubers because obviously of the crits that he had.
If you see how Quarantine is doing against Crackline here, for example, I don't know. We obviously don't know what they're going to do on Granary because this game, as they probably know, this game is completely irrelevant score-wise for Quarantine. They already are secured 9th. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. But the way they've been playing against Crackline this game, the way they're probably going to play here on Granary, combined with the fact that they were actually 3-1 up against Epsilon on Snakewater until about 12 minutes before the end. Does that say that it's just the individual results they had against Doctrinal, like or Damage Control, and against Pokemons, they kind of just messed it up themselves? Is that fair to say? Because their results against high-level teams have been good.
Yeah, no, I think they when we last saw them play, was it yesterday? I think the team play wasn't there. It wasn't solid enough. It wasn't like what it was today. If it was like it was today, Pokemons would have had a harder game. So yeah, if only they could have done that against the so-called easier teams, and they would have picked up these points. And now they're in a situation for relegation now, aren't they? They probably will have to play a playoff.
They have to play a playoff, yeah.
To stay in, so they've done it before, they'll do it again. They've always managed to stay in Prem, so if
they play like they're doing today so far, they're going to be perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, they will.
It kind of depends on the team, though. One of the teams possibly coming through to that playoff is the old UV Gaming LMS, Last Man Standing. They might be the team coming through, but that's completely unsure. It might be Elemental Violence as well. There's a couple of options, and we're going to have to wait and see how this exactly is going to go. For Quarantine, this game is completely irrelevant, but for Crackline, it's going to be important. We're going to have to wait and see how the people in blue are actually going to start this one off, as Crackline versus Quarantine has just gone live here on CP Granary. We have Pledge and Byte on the microphones, Animal on the stream, and really, in this game, here specifically on Granary, I don't think we're going to see that much of a different score than we have seen on Badlands, Byte.
Yeah, no, it will be interesting though, because it's going to be all about the soldiers here on this map, as always. And they're playing one aggressive soldier and then out. So they're playing aggressive, passive, aggressive, and now T-Mac kills himself. And that soldier's very weak, and it's 4 versus 4 at the moment, so whoever gets the heals over the point is going to win this. And as you can see, Fuo goes over the point, gets the heals with the scout, and they are going to cap this. TviQ is kind of weak, but he gets healed. And if I was Quarantine, I would be pushing now. I wouldn't. Oh, there's a scout up top. Oh, come on, that's standard, that's standard! Oh, dear me, Quarantine, come on.
Okay, they just need to wake up very clearly on this map. They need to wake up first, and as soon as we get all that stuff going, I'm quite sure Quarantine is going to be perfectly fine. But Admirable already has that Uber charge. I'm even surprised that Quarantine is pushing out on this one, and now they have seen Crackline already moving their way forwards here. Not going to let this one go whatsoever. Fuo getting out of that one.
A scout did sneak behind, though. A scout did sneak behind. I don't know if you saw him.
Oh, Koeitje is sitting on second.
Yeah.
No one from Crackline. No, one person died from Crackline, didn't they?
It's a scout. It's a scout. Oh,
yeah, he's got to spot him.
Oh,
no, he's not going to spot him.
Yeah, he didn't see him. He used the
pillar. Completely dodged that one. Scout brainlessly walked into Garrett. He's going to wait. Let me cast the front bites while you take a look at Koeitje here, as we see Crackclan. They're not counting scouts, obviously. It's irrelevant. Like, they don't know that there's someone behind because they don't have a clear vision in the middle. And Koeitje's going to keep sitting there. TviQ has died once again, though. And now the Uber for Kritzonite's already happening. So let's see. How are they going to combine this one? Quarantine has an advantage, of which Crackclan doesn't obviously know that they do.
Has Koeitje figured it out that TviQ's up top? Or yeah, he's figured it out. And now he's just waiting. This is pretty smart by Koeitje.
Clever, yeah.
Yep, very clever.
Let's see, Quarantine. Are they going to be able to push through this one? We see Crackclan and Quarantine. Like, neither team, they're going to play as if nothing is happening at this moment in time. We're going to see how much of an influence...
Oh, he's going to go for the medic! Look at this! He's going to force it! He's forced it! Well played to Koeitje. That was really, really well played by him. Dare I say it, using his full capacity of his brain then, and that was bloody nice, should I say.
Crackclan probably pissed their pants, suddenly having a scout behind. How the hell did that happen? Is probably what appeared into their brains quite quickly. Lemon's going to try and do some extra damage, though. I'm not really sure why on that one. I guess they have the time because they still have more enough of an Uber advantage, but it's 10 extra seconds. You're going to give Admirable 60% for free? Really? Do you really want to do that?
Not really. If I was them, and they should be pushing now because Admirable isn't actually building. He's still stuck on 36%. So they have actually lost that 10% pledge, which actually favours them, and they've actually Ubered early and lose Koeitje. They still haven't killed the scout. Oh my god. So the Uber comes out to save our medic, and... Oh, I say our medic, their medic, and they haven't actually pushed them back here. And who is that behind who's on 2 HP? He goes down. So they are 2 players down here. They don't have Uber yet. If they push straight away, they might be able to get this point for free, but they need to do it now. Admirable doesn't have it.
Quarantine. No, they're backing off. They think Admirable already has it. They miscounted. I think they miscounted this one. Or they just sort of over-exaggerated the percentage. And now they hear the call and they're like, oh god, we could have done this. And now they're backing off as fast as they possibly can.
If they build in time, they will have this. So Kritzonite needs to be in a position where he's in ramp room. And there's no scout with him to build. This is pretty stupid. The soldier's now with him.
Quarantine this is far from ideal. Let's see if Crackclan realizes this. Yeah, Crackclan is going to push on this one. TviQ already on the 100 HP though. You can jump whatever you want, TviQ, but you're one rocket from dead. And
they have this.
Not
they
an
will
ideal
have
scenario.
This. They will have this in time. I think no one's been charging it though. Oh my! Oh, there is a scout going for the point. This might be able to save it. They need to get on the point though. They're not getting on the point. Why are they staying there? And they're going to use it now. This makes no sense to me. Oh my god.
Let's see if they can pick off the players that they need though. Tweak going down. That's one. And there's a lot of Crackclan players weak actually, but the Quarantine players not as healthy as they really appear. They're all in white, but they're getting focused down one by one. Well played to Lion, getting 2. Onto TviQ, onto smzi. Is he going to be able to pick up 3? No, as it shoots him down. It looks like Crackclan might be able to prevail on this one, but it's a 3 versus 3 scenario where the 3 from Crackclan are all damage dealers, and it's just Brego and Admirable sitting into that ramp room area. Really, there's nothing they're going to be able to do. They're going to spam this one, but Quarantine is going to pick up the point. For how long, though, is the big question. As Kritzonite has switched buttons and is only now building that Uber against the 60% that Admirable has. And I actually think this spy that Ips is running right now is a pretty bad move. It seems useless to me.
In theory, game strat-wise, it is, but we can't say that because if he gets the pick, then it's useful. The problem is it's a one or nothing, if you know what I mean. So they are pushing in now, and with Ips coming in, he might be able to kill the medic. I'm just looking at Ips now, and he is in ramp room, moving over to middle now onto the right-hand side. Now the problem is no one's gone to that side, so he is going to sneak in there, and oh, there he is! Oh, he gets the demo.
It's fair enough, I guess. It's a clear pick. And maybe a soldier he wouldn't have been able to pick that one up. I'm a little bit surprised by him doing that, but I guess that's the whole strategy, isn't it? It's just getting the surprise down and keep people thinking on their feet. Even though things might seem ridiculous, you're going to do it anyway for the sole purpose of it being ridiculous. And we can see Crackclan, this is something you rarely see teams do. This is something maybe Epsilon does, Broder does, BFF does, but that is it. Which is push against the full Uber team in order to get them to force on the players, not on the medic. You see this rarely happening in high-level European Team Fortress 2, but only the best do it.
They need to push now. They already have an advantage. They need to get in and stop wasting time. There seems to be a pause here, Pledge.
Yeah, it's a pause. I was thinking I was lagging again, but obviously I'm having better internet at this moment in time. We have a pause. Analyzing the situation very simply is that we have a full Uber coming out from Kritzonite, obviously, and Crackclan going to try and back out of this one. See, Admirable, he's probably going to be able to back out of that one, no problem. The question is, though, can Quarantine be forced? So knowing Granary middle, they are, but the question is when.
Yeah, no, it's pretty even, though. Pledge. This I mean, this first round on Granary has been pretty even in terms of damage. Look at the damage stats. Really, it's just there's not even 200 between them.
That's it.
So, those wondering on Source TV, why is everyone very slow while standing still? It's because they have paused. Someone has either timed out or had or spilt drink all over their keyboard, whichever.
I've done that before, actually. Don't joke about that, man. Seriously, don't do it. But yeah, the one thing that a pause does screw up is our stats. Until the pause is back, obviously. But if you guys can see stats, I don't know if Animal has the stats open on the screen, but if he does, the reason why you see them updating, because all this stuff, according to the stats, is obviously still happening. The stats doesn't include pauses or something like that. All of that will be fixed when we're 90 seconds back into the future and everything is caught up again. Because obviously they're paused in real time. So it takes a little while to update. But that's fine. That's all going to be updated in just a little bit. What we saw from the stats, though, like exactly as we spawned, or exactly as we paused, sorry, not spawned, is that the stats were just really close at the time. There's 2 quarantine players on high frags, 3 Crackland players a little bit below that. The damage was even. Everything was even. This is a very close first round of Granary, Byte. It goes back and forth.
Yeah, no, I think Crackline are making too many mistakes, and it shows that on Badlands, where they were making the mistakes, are showing through here. Because, like I said, team play-wise, Quarantine have been equal to Crackline. I don't think they've done anything wrong in terms of being on par with Crackline. It's just the one-on-ones mainly that they've been winning here, Crackline. So it's obviously, in this case, Granary, it's a bit easier, may I say, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's helping Quarantine, and they may have a chance here and be able to at least steal a point. And if they do, is it?
No.
Is it? No. Even though they have to steal the map.
Even if even if Quarantine takes the map, they're still 9th.
No. I'm talking about Crackland. Yeah, Crackland being
needs
second.
2 points to be joined with Broder. And then obviously hope that BFF doesn't take points off Epsilon. And then I don't know what the ruling is. Do Broder and Crackland have to play for second first in a best of 3, like a playoff within a playoff. Like I don't know what that ruling is.
Yeah, indeed.
There might be cap difference. It might be cap difference. Let's be fair. And in that scenario, Crackland is really going to cut themselves for letting it go to 5-3 on last map.
Yeah, no, it's. I can't. If you're listening, if you can just confirm or someone from ETF2L, that'd be good.
I'm sure Kanto's listening.
I'm sure. I don't know why, but in terms of fairness, I suppose it would be Crackland who goes second because Crackland beat Broder 4-2.
I don't know if it's like results between each other or cap difference or just an extra playoff because tie points. We're gonna have to get confirmation from ETF2L, but let's first see if it actually comes to that result. It would actually not be too weird if that would be the result. I am feeling quite bad for Quarantine though because they do so well against Crackland today. Like, they obviously, the start on Badlands, they got 4-0 down. It was far from ideal. But the way they came back on it, the way they're playing right now here on Granary, they deserve a lot more than to play for that Prem spot next season.
Definitely, and it looks like they are unpaused and paused it again, so clearly someone had disconnected or timed, so just waiting for him to join. There we can see, they have resumed. Everyone's sliding around.
Now everyone, keep in mind, it's very important to see when Kritzonite's going to Uber here. The Uber most likely is going to get forced by someone from Crackland. And yes, we know the Ubers are off, we know that the health percentages are off, everything is off, and it will be for about the 2 minutes or so. Go complain to Valve, not to us. We've seen this multiple times. The only way we can see is by speccing the players individually. Here we go. Kritzonite is going to be probably using this one reasonably quickly, and both Ubers do get exchanged there on the side. Well played so far by Quarantine. It's a nice solo Uber from Crackland here, though. I'm curious how this one is going to pan out. It looks like Crackland shows the aggression, shows the arc, gets the damage, and well played.
Zappis winning his one-on-one there against Speak. And they've taken 3 players down here, Crackland, showing the cracks in their clan, as it were, and they've just lost 4 players here, Quarantine. Oh my days. Where is Koeitje? Is he back on middle?
I'm never talking to you again, Byte. That was the worst thing you've ever said in your life. As Crackland, they lost the duel on the side. Actually, Koeitje and Zappis taking out both scouts, but Crackland, their heavy classes were too damn strong, taking out a couple of people from side to side. Again, we don't have accurate Uber percentages. I can see Admirable on 60%, and Kritzonite on about the same. So the Uber charges are even, but with Brego going down, Quarantine bought themselves a very nice advantage here to be able to push through on this one. And now I can see a pause. last message. Maybe Brego was
That
the
was
one who
90
crashed
seconds
there.
of it. Yeah, must have been.
Must have been. Let's see, the pause has happened. Everyone is unpausing, and we're back to normal, at least for now.
And they have, remember, a demo here, so they need to take advantage of that. The soldier needs to be a bit more patient. They've actually Ubered. Admirable doing a really good job here saying, men, hold forward. In fact, that soldier's going to be picked off here, surely. He goes down, team out. I don't know what he's doing. He was in no man's land, but so was Lemon. And this 5 versus 5. What can the soldier do? He goes down. It's 4 versus 4. It's getting close and intense here. I can't see the health just yet. Demoman's being rushed. He's getting no help. He goes down here to smzi rushing him. And the medic goes down from zappis. Zappis going huge. And it's 2 versus 2. It's Koeitje and Kritzonite.
Yeah, Brego and his scout mate right there on the side. I don't know if it's smzi or if it's TviQ. It is TviQ. They're both not super healthy. They're both on about 100 HP. Obviously, that can be taken out very quickly. So they're going to play it safe at least for a little bit. And with Brego going down there, obviously, and now TviQ
going huge.
He picked them both up. They were both 100 HP, and like they're very vulnerable. If you're that amount of health, you can go out there, but you're gonna have to play it safe. And they did not. They took a little bit of a risk, and they lost both players. And with Brego probably already spawned.
Come on, Fuo, quicker! Yeah, he just spawned. Come on, he's not even on second. Push them back with your stickies. What are you doing? Oh my god.
It took a while, but they're going to pick it up, Byte. Let's not be too criticizing of Quarantine.
No,
They could
but
have
it's
been
the
quicker.
Doman's role, isn't it? Come on, Doman should be pushing them back with the medic helium. It's that simple. Now, Map2 Uber now really early here, so what are they going to do here? They need to get some picks. They need to get some picks. None of them, I don't know how weak they are at the moment, because I can't see because of the HUD.
Well, 75% at the moment. He's 80-ish%, and Crackland seems to be holding on reasonably well so far. Again, we cannot see exactly what is happening, but what we can see is that Crackland is picking up the frags here. And Kritzonite on his own, trying to defend against the onslaught that is the Swedish scout TviQ. He's going to be able to pick him off right there at the very end. And now, finally, the HUD updates, Byte. We can cast again! We're going to be able to see which health the players are at. And Crackland's going to pick up the second point, has an Uber advantage here as well, and a big one of that. Kritzonite's not even alive yet.
There is a scout in spawn. Do you reckon they figured it out? No, they haven't. No. They're just gonna go. Oh, they're gonna. There we go. There's the scout behind. Surely. Oh, he's on the soldier. It's gonna go down. Oh.
Nope. 30 HP onto him. She's gonna be able to stay alive. The bomb misses there completely. As Lime really. He really does not have the best of his games, but let's be fair. Lemon is pretty fantastic, and he covers for most of the things that Lime seems to be doing wrong, but he did not have a perfect balance. And of all the Quarantine players so far, he's probably the least impressive.
Yes, I mean, sometimes he has a really good rocket surf, sometimes and gets that pick, and sometimes it's really good. Lemon has been consistent this game, I'll give him that completely. He's done really well, out of the better two soldiers in this game, yes, and Ips goes down for overextending too early, and Lime takes down T-Mac, and that's a really good defense hold, I gotta admit. And that scout is completely ripped, and he goes down. smzi goes down. The scout's been spotted bottom right. They need to push. Why? They are 3 down. Push.
I like the way they dealt with the sort of aggression that came out of Crackline. They decided to put stickies on the floor and shoot rocket at people's feet to just shoot them up consistently and pick them off one by one. And usually you see teams just running as fast as they can, but they manage to do well. Now the Uber comes off. It's not really going to kill a lot of stuff, though, but they are probably going to cap the point off of this one. No, they decide to back out early. They decide to back out very, very early here, and they're going to lose both scouts as well. So that's all capping power gone, and they're going to have to try and save last here. TviQ going down, though, that's going to help Crackline a ton, but there's a 450 HP massive guy coming in from the left-hand side, and with an Uber, how are you going to deal with that one?
I don't know, but they have got spawners coming up soon. They just need to stay alive here. And I will describe to you what just happened then, and Crackline are going to get this, and oh my god, I don't know what Quarantine were doing. All that effort after 12 minutes. They went onto the point, they Ubered with the Doman, and the scout decided to go back from Quarantine, and just be careful because TviQ killed that soldier. If they're going to Uber on the point, then they need cappers on, on the cap point to cap it quickly.
You kind of need to, like, commit yourself, isn't it? But, like, you either need to just go all the way, or sit all the way back and don't do anything. But this was kind of like half of the team decided to go, and the other half decided, no, we're not feeling it. And Quarantine is going to be looking at a 1-0 deficit at this moment in time. Crackland probably going to have to get a good middle down on this one if they want to continue the momentum, because so far it's still really even.
Indeed, T-Mac getting away with murder then on 9 HP, and Ips comes in for the bombs. He's doing so much damage here. Ips showing soldiers how to play, and oh, look at Quarantine. They're all so weak. Fu goes down. Zappis, Lemon goes down. Zappis managed to get out though. And it looks like the Waterpipe server split for quarantine, and look, they may be getting a few rounds here, Crackland.
Yeah, let's see if Crackland's going to be able to push this one through. It looks like Quarantine going to decide to block this point, get the Ubers out of the equation. But I don't think I think that's going to play into Crackland's hands. They might actually go super aggressive here. As I say, that probably TviQ is going to... Is he going to spawn Sniper? I'm surprised he has not, actually, in this scenario. Because this, to me, seems like the perfect TviQ scenario. But what they might do, and this is me taking a little bit of a hunch, though, but with about 30%, they either push without Uber, or they're going to suicide 2, 3, 4 players in. I've seen that happening multiple times, but I would not be surprised. But it looks like Crackline's just sitting down in their chairs, kind of taking it easy, waiting for Admirable to be done with whatever the hell he's doing. And they're going to push in onto this one.
I'm liking Fuo's stickies there on the left. Very pretty. All 8 stickies lined up on the door frame. And there is a soldier in. As you said, he goes for the bomb. He gets destroyed. Just get the medic though.
Look at that. That's the 3-4-man bomb that
soldiers, two soldiers on the point. 2 soldiers on the point. Fuo is going to get this surely. Soldier up on the point. He's fallen down. He is going to get absolutely roasted. He goes down, and
push this. They can push this. Yeah, it's a 4 versus 2 with the medic still alive. This is the 4-man bomb we usually see on Snake Water being adapted here onto Granary. I said it before, you suicide 3 or 4 players in with the sole purpose of getting their medic Uber. It did not work. Kritzonite managed to hold on to this one, and Crackline blocking this, and TviQ, oh my god, he's running heavy. That is a tactical choice that might prove to be very valuable, but Quarantine decides to back out of this one. Gonna play it safe, as we know from Quarantine, and that might actually help him out, because I think TviQ would have killed everyone if they stayed in.
I don't know, you know, if Fuo actually held Z, as it were, the heavy wouldn't have come in. I mean, there's no way, and Fuo was on his own. And at the moment, Brego goes down, TviQ goes down, 2 soldiers in, going in for the bomb, but going for different things. Ips goes down, it's 3 versus 3, what can they do here? It's all about the focus fire, and that Scout's in trouble. Yeah, he's on 1 HP.
Crackline's doing it again, keeping Admirable alive, saying, James, back off, stay alone, and everyone else just bombs in like a madman, just massive amounts of damage, but obviously they also die in the process. And you can see that Crackline now, this time, they're going to be able to capitalize on it, but more so, more importantly, they have an Uber advantage out of this one, because Admirable did not keep one of his players behind, sent all 5 of them in, trying to get stuff done, and I'm very surprised that 5 members from Crackline could not pick off a medic. I'm actually surprised with that one, Byte.
Sticky's there. Yeah, no, that was surprising, but they didn't manage to drop out in time. The Sticky's there! They haven't seen the Sticky! Oh my god!
Byte is absolutely biting his nails, trying to kick a small child in the face as what he's just witnessed. Oh, there's actually a scout behind at the moment. As the player from Crackline, I don't know who it is, but he's trying... Why are you dueling a scout? Just got to focus the medic already. Crackline is just so convinced with their aim at this moment in time. You gotta pick up the second point. Probably even pushing straight onto last day. They do get forced by zappis. Well played to him. But is it going to be enough? There's 5 blues rampaging here onto last. You can Uber whatever you want, but it's still 5 versus 4. How are they going to be able to come out of this one? As Brego gets a hit, but he does get taken down. No way they have enough damage to take down the place from Quarantine. At this moment in time, they're going to try them.
I'm just looking here. They've actually their pushes to last here. I know they've got a heavy here, but their pushes to last here are going to be, I mean, have been really awful for Crackline. They really, really have. And I can't help but thinking a Div 1 team would be able to attack better at the moment. As you can see, they keep on losing player after player after player after player. Heavy's coming onto the point, and he takes down zappis because zappis was on his own, and Fuo again wasn't there to help because obviously there was something on last. And now they're in trouble. Now they should have a better chance. They should have a better chance here with the heavy. Heavy walks in here near the point. They are dead.
Yep, TviQ is already sitting there with 300 HP. Hasn't even been healed up yet, but he's right here doing a lot of damage. He's going to be able to clean up everyone else in comparison, in combination with the rest of the Crackline team. 2-0. And even though this game is really, really close, Crackline barely seems to be nudging it out. And look at the damage. Sifu on top of there, but Brego following reasonably closely. And then the important comes in is the fact that in between a couple of soldiers, there's a scout from Crackline sitting right there. It's TviQ doing a little bit of extra damage. And I don't think I've seen Koeitje and zappis do a lot of damage. They did their job, but not a lot of damage.
Indeed, like you said, doing their job. They got the picks, but they're not doing a lot of damage. So obviously that puts a strain on the soldiers. And Fuo goes down for taking down smzi, but the roller kills Brego. In fact, no, wow, the soldiers bombing onto Brego there. Brego goes down along with Ips, Lyman, zappis going huge, and Crackline are actually still thinking about pushing in here. Interesting.
TviQ is feeling his aim is on par at this moment in time. Barely nudges that sort of front face rocket coming into his face. He's going to be able to dodge out of that one. Walk together with his medic on towards the second point.
What are you doing?
I like what Quarantine did there, though, but let's be fair. They lost Fuo really quickly. smzi rushed him, and he caught a pipe straight in his face. But as soon as he died, Quarantine was like, okay, all four go. Don't care. Just do it. And they suicided in at the exact same time and focus fired the right people at the right time. Managed to pick up that middle, and that was actually really impressive. I thought Crackdown had that in the bag.
Yeah, no, definitely with the Fuo going down so early. I just can't help but feel, again, if Quarantine pushed there, they had the players, and Admirable didn't have Uber, remember, because he dropped back so early, he had no one to Uber. Sorry, no one to build Uber. And they just took it so slowly. I can't help but feel if that was Epsilon or Broder, they would have pushed that straight away. I can just see Zebasai calling that with his team, or Numlots and Nox calling it to push there. But seems to be a different case for Quarantine at the moment, and they are pushing here on the left-hand side here, players. There are no stickies there. On the left-hand side. Have they actually noticed? No, look. Oh, they have spotted and they've gone through Z. And it's 5 versus 5. No man's being focused. He's going to have to be Ubered. Surely he gets Ubered, and what's they going to have to do? The Soldier managed to get out. That's very smart by Lime. Getting out there so he doesn't have to multi-Uber, and it's 4 versus 4 at the moment. That Soldier needs to be careful on not overextend because he's on his own against the Doorman. You can't do this, and now Fu walks in. What can Fuo do? They haven't actually lost a player here. TviQ joins, but Ips goes down, and Admirable's in a bit of bother here because Brego's on his own as well. Brego's surely going to go down. Brego goes down. Admirable catches a grenade there. Pledge is on 21 HP. He's going to get jumped, surely. Yeah, he goes down.
He's dead. Yeah, definitely. And TviQ, he already died though, so I guess it's alright the fact that he died. Like, he had a respawn timer anyway, and now that he's back into the game, we can see there's a lot of pressure coming up from Quarantine, but they need to make sure they do not overextend. We've seen this time after time after time again, is that they might actually just die. And Fuo is missing the pipes. Ips is going to be able to get the pick on him, and Zap is going to try and pick up the point. But in the meantime, everyone is going to come in, and is Quarantine going to be able to pick this one up? Yes, they are. So it's 2-1. And like I said this before, Quarantine is not playing for anything at the anymore at the time. They're not. Like, they're already secured their 9th position. There's no way they can get any higher or lower anymore. But still, they're working for it. They're trying to finish this one off with a bang.
Yeah, good sports. Good sports, to be honest. You know, yeah, they may know that they can't change their position now because they lost the first map, but they're still giving Crackdown a really good game. And to be honest,
playing well.
Yeah, they are playing well. Literally, I can't fault them against Crackdown at the moment in terms of team play. They've done really well. Fuo takes down Team Matt. Lime goes down as well, so it's 5 vs 5 at the moment. That Soldier bombs in. Ips goes down. He bombs in too early. He was not in sync there with the downman. Brego is in no man's land. He is going to go down as well with meat shots by Zappis. And Fu comes in. And you know what? It's 2 scouts actually. They need to be careful. They are going to rush here. Crackdown will rush here because they've got nothing to lose. 2 scouts are in. They're going to go for the health pack. A scout's in as well. There's 2 scouts. Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. One scout going down.
Well
played by Fuo. He was paying attention consistently. Knew it was going to happen at some moment. And I think, if I am not mistaken, Byte, that's 4 middles, all won by Quarantine. I'm quite sure that is the case.
Yeah, no.
Even though the score is 2-1.
I've got to admit, players, I really want them to at least get out with a point, if not more. They do deserve something out of this. They have played really well.
They're playing a good Granary so far.
Yeah, no, they have. Equally, I must say that CC's Crackland's pushes to last have been absolutely dire. Really, really bad. And I'm pretty sure Broder will be watching this, maybe wanting to play this against them. Maybe we'll see. There are stickies on the round down that corner. Look at this. Stickies on the right hand side of the point there. No one's. Oh!
Fuo is 5 HP. I cannot believe he survived that one. Brego did it at the perfect time. I can guarantee he was sitting on Mumble being like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. How is that guy not dead?
Trust me. Oh, they've moved it early! Oh, because Admirable doesn't have it, but he is going to have it in time unless they kill him in time. He doesn't go down, so they're going to have to get the point. Surely they should get this point. They have. That's really well played by Quarantine.
Spot on.
That was beautiful. Yeah, very nice. They realised that they couldn't get Admirable because he went all the way back into spawn. He almost had Uber, so they thought, you know what, Pledge? We'll just cap the point, yeah?
Yeah. And basically what we can see, if the damage is on your screen at this moment in time, there's 1 scout in there, but he's quite a big gap away from the scouts from both Crackclan and his own teammate. Well played to Zappis on doing just a lot of damage there, probably specifically on middle. Well done by him. And now, 5th middle. So far, I believe, Crackclan might have won 1, but they're not going to have won more than 1 middle so far. Crackclan looking a little bit shaky on middles, specifically, but also Quarantine looking really good.
Ooh, Kritzonite goes down this time. Could this be the key to winning this middle? Maybe. Brego is very, very weak. Brego goes down. And it's up to the medic. The medic's on the right hand side. He is going to be chased, but he's really weak, and so is the soldier. And oh, he's missing. He's missing his arrows. Admirable managed to get out. He's going to get the health pack. He's going to get the health pack. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, plays. Nice,
and Koeitje
Koeitje.
and zappis, Byte, let me show you the damage board at this moment in time. Koeitje and zappis both on top on both fragging and damage done. And Koeitje's going to pick up another. God, they're on fire at the moment. Quarantine is feeling, they're smelling blood. They're like, we got this. Right now, at this moment in time, they're stronger than Crackclan.
Indeed, no, and the scouts are winning the one-on-ones here as well. And, no, for those asking, Crackclan do need 2 points off this map. Like, it's guaranteed. They do need at least 2 points here. So
Well, they
if
reached playoffs, but...
No, they already reached playoffs, yeah. But, I mean, to get second, come on, they have... I'm sure they would want to get to maybe second or third.
Yeah.
If they, in fact, let me just see this. If they
2 points, they're tied to Broder. 2 points are tied to Broder.
they've already got 3, so they're already third. That's assuming if BFF don't get any points off Epsilon. They may do, you never know.
They need to get at least 2 points here to be joined or above Broder. So we're going to have to look if Crackling can manage that. So far, it looks like Quarantine, they want to win this so bad.
Heavy's weak, but Heavy has not been taken down. They're not going to get this. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's a wipe. An absolute wipe.
6-0. Don't see this very often, do we? Byte? Wow.
Indeed, and one of them is going to get a nice spawn. In fact, all of them are going to get a nice spawn, I think. Unless someone... they're all going to get a nice spawn. Yep,
all of them. All of them got a nice spawn. Every single one of them. But obviously, Crackland's going to see that. Look at that. They have a soldier coming in really, really early. Trying to cut off some players. And a zappis. No, it's actually Koeitje coming in from the side there. Trying to deal some damage. Brego's gone down. Uber's been forced reasonably early. Zap is now going down. And a lot of players are going down on this one. As Quarantine, with about 3 versus 5, they have a slight advantage. But I don't think the rest of Crackland are going to let them have this second point for much longer.
Yeah, no, they haven't been building as well, so they might be able to push it unless Buo can just contain them, which they are. I think Crackland are just going to say, you know what, let's take our time.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
5.5 minutes left on the clock. Crackland, obviously, as we said, they need 2 points off of this one to tie with Broder. That is a tie here and winning the Golden Cap. And obviously, if they win the map, which the odds are big as soon as they have the middle, that is obviously it's good odds for Crackland for them to just hold this middle.
They've actually Ubered again really early. Look at this. Wow. Forcing that Uber really early. I'm not liking these Ubers that are really early, and Admirable's going to have this in time. They haven't even capped this, and Koeitje is too weak to cap. And Koeitje goes down, and they have Uber now, so there is a back cap on as well.
Yeah, they lost the duel on the side, they managed to mess up their Uber, they messed up their jumps, they couldn't get a force, and Crackland still has 4 players alive with an Uber ready to go.
But Lemons just bought some time.
There's a back cap though, and I actually think... Is he going to get this back cap? I'm sure he's going to get taken out.
No. Yeah,
okay, but the fact that Zappis has gone down, like he did force the Uber. Zappis and Lemon together managed to get the force into Admirable. So they're not all too bad for Quarantine. I like the situation for them. If they wouldn't have gotten the force, that would have been a train wreck. But so far, it's okay. Right now, they can just build this Uber up and have about a 30-second or so gap in which they can push. They need to not mess up the push, though. That's a very important one.
They need to not Uber early and have some faith. And believe in the fact that there's, that he's not going to die. I mean, come on, they can get into middle for free here without using it, surely.
They're going to walk from right. They have no soldier with them at the moment. Lemon is not there yet. Lime now coming in. They're going to walk from this top-hand side. Let's see. Are they going to Uber in early? No. Okay, they're walking in now, Byte. This time around, they're walking in. I think they're listening to you.
There is a backup on, though. There is a backup on. They're going to say they're going to jump on this. Yeah,
no, they're gone. Yep, they're gone. This round, right now, a soldier. Who is this soldier? Of course it's Ips. I should have known.
They've got it. He's got it, should I say. He has got it, yeah.
No, there's no way in hell. Like, there were 6 people standing there in the middle. Kritzonite hasn't even used this Uber. That execution was perfect, but someone snuck in behind. And the German superstar Ips got to be able to pick that one up. 3-2, and a little bit of... I wouldn't like to say outmaneuvering, but it was probably just unlucky for Quarantine to get that one against them.
Indeed, but they did mess up their push onto last. Remember, they had the opportunity pledge, and against top teams, you don't get much more than that. So, yeah, no, it's 3-2 now. Looks like Crackland are going to claim maybe the 3 points or 2 points at the very least. There's only 3 minutes remaining on the clock, and they're playing very passive here, waiting for the buff heals. Ips is going in now.
Here goes Brego. Here goes Brego. No, here he doesn't. He's backing out. Crackland is going to play this one so safe because they want to be above Broder. You see? They're sitting in that corner doing absolutely nothing. And they're most likely going to die. It's going to take a lot of resources for Roarty to actually get them down, though. That man was just going to build off this Uber, say thank you very much. And they're going to play this one out. Feet going down. You have a soldier with Uber up against a Delman without Uber. I know which side I would pick.
The red one, right? That man needs to force it here if they want to try and get a point out of this at the very least, because the time is running out. 2 minutes 27 seconds.
Cracklan's backing. They're like, we're not doing it. We're just going to stall. Because Cracklan, and can you blame them? They want a spot in the semis. They don't want a spot in the quarters. They want a spot in the semis. And doing that, they need 3 points. They need it, and they need it on this map specifically.
Oh, he gets forced! Koeitje just walks in and just meat shots the medic and thinks, yeah, I'll take that. No problem. So they force the Uber here. But Lemon goes down as well. Not good. Because Cracklan may... they won't push here. They'll just cap the point. They're capping it really, really slowly here. Like they're all... there's no aggression, like you said. They're just content with holding this.
Yep, Quarantine is really going to have to push this one if they want to win point. But obviously, if this was a Quarantine that needed the win, this would be a lot different. Byte. Like, let's be fair. They would have been pushing this one already. They would have been aggressive. They would have just been all over Cracklan's face. But at the moment, it's kind of like, we'll play it out. Like, we still kind of want to win, but it's not the most crucial thing in the world. And as you can see, like, Quarantine, they're trying to move in here, but they're taking their time. They're taking it easy. And Cracklan is just going to say, well, I guess we'll just build Uber. Well, you guys are taking middle. That's fine. We'll just hold second and waste another 10 seconds of your life.
Indeed, and they should be pushing right-hand side straight away, surely, but they are pushing left instead because they didn't hear the stickies, apparently. And Lemon goes down, and the Uber's popped. Only a minute left. The Uber's forced now on Cracklan, and Fuo goes down. And there you can see Admirable.
Yeah, that's probably actually all she wrote us right now. Look at that, Cracklan, complete arc. Just damage all over the place. I wouldn't even be surprised if Quarantine gets wiped here. Right now they need a backup. That's really all that can save Quarantine or actually destroys Cracklan's hopes. But if they win this, it's not 100% secure, guys. I can tell you that. It's not 100% secure. And I'm going to ask Animal already to pick up the ETF2L table so I can explain this really quick at the end of the game. And I'm sure he can manage to get that done. But the GGs are being called. And with about 20 seconds or so left on the clock, Quarantine is going to go for it one last time. But obviously, when being 3-2 down, without a medic anywhere close, and with your players scattered all over the map, and a sticky trap from Brego, it's not going to be enough for Quarantine. And that is very sad if you think about it. Losing a couple of maps with a 1-point deficit, that is all that broke it down for them. And Quarantine is going to have to accept the fact that they are going to have to play playoffs for Division 1 here, Byte.
Indeed. And I see the comment from smzi saying, funny how this was the hardest game of the season for them.
What, losing 5-0, 6-1 to Epsilon wasn't hard?
No, well, it wasn't really, was it? They lost. They lost convincingly, so there was nothing hard about it. It was conclusive and very easy. But yeah, well played to Cracklan for taking this map. It does mean that Broda are third and will have to play BFF, and then Cracklan, and then Epsilon.
Yeah. If BFF cannot pull out an upset against Epsilon on Thursday. That is the one thing I want to show you. I don't know if Animal has the tables on screen at the moment. I'm gonna have to double check the points from BFF because I'm opening up the tables as we speak. And
that's fine. I can buy you some time with some stats that I got from that match. Again, Fuo and Brego pretty much even, only 200 difference in damage. 24. Highest fragger was Ips with 25. Lemon not having a very good game there in terms of kills and picks, but he did okay in terms of damage. Zappis having a really bad game with only 4,700 damage. Same for smzi with only 4,800 as well. But Koeitje had a good game. We saw him get some nice one-on-ones, almost 6k. Yeah, that's about it really. I mean, only one dropped Uber apparently, so...
Sounds like a close game. Very simply. Sounds like a very close game, and that's exactly what we saw. A game that could have gone either way, but the backup from Ips managed to just be too much for Quarantine. They were looking good, but they missed 2 pushes in that very last round. And in the end, Ips is going to be able to back up that one. And before we close off, guys, just before we close off, I'd like to take a look at the tables with you guys. As Animal's putting them up on the screen for you right now as we speak. And we see Cracklan is going to get up to 25 points. They're up at 19 at the moment. They're going to pick up 6 from this game, and they're going to go up to 25. BFF is still playing against Epsilon. That is the only game left in the Premiership. And you can see that BFF obviously dropping down to 4th, but they're 5 points down from Cracklan, basically. So if BFF is going to want to take that 2nd place and get straight into semi-finals against the winner of the other 2, they're going to have to take the full 6 points off of Epsilon Esports. And as you can see on the table, Epsilon is not dropping a single map. In fact, they have not dropped a single map since August.
Too strong.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see. Like, I'm very curious to see what we're gonna see on Thursday. Epsilon doesn't have to anymore, but is this game really too easy for them, Byte? We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna be around for that at least. I'm not really sure what exactly is gonna happen. I have no idea who's gonna cast it, guys. But at the same time, same place. It's going to be happening on Thursday between BFF and Epsilon Esports, the one that's going to decide who is going to end in which place in the playoffs. What we do know is that Crackclan has secured themselves 3rd place, so at least the advantage in the map picking system would they go to a quarterfinal. So that is well played to them. They pick up 6 points, and Quarantine, as you can see on the tables, they're not relegated yet, but they're going to have to play against the number 2 coming out of Division 1, and there's a lot of games to be played there, so we cannot say anything about that just yet, but I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one, and VanillaTV will be there to cover it. As for now, we're going to be able to break up this cast. It's going to be it for us here. It's about 10:37 p.m. at this moment in time. It was a long evening with 2 close games. They didn't really start that close, but they ended up being really close. Pretty much both of them, as Quarantine put up a great showing, where Crackland proved just a little bit too strong on that one. Well played to them. This was VanillaTV casting the ETF2L Season 14 Premiership, obviously here in week number 7, powered by Twitch.tv. Thank you so much for watching. Be back on Thursday, and probably tomorrow actually as well, on the same time in the same place here at VanillaTV. Thanks so much for joining. Blitz and Byte and Animal here saying good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.